starts with a building, a place designed to achieve big things. And within this small building, children will arrive to begin the legacy that is Seminole County Public Schools. From this humble building, we will trace the journey through the 100 years of our district. It starts with a building, but the enduring traditions and the vast accomplishments of our schools will be defined by its people.
Women got the right to vote. Fashion took a liberal turn. Alcohol was outlawed. Babe Ruth was king of the ballpark. Charles Lindbergh of the skies. Jazz filled the air and the airwaves. And just about everybody who could afford it went to the movies.
On August 12, 1913, Superintendent D.L. Thrasher set forth the guidelines for a handful of teachers and principals to commence the first official school year as an independent school district. As the nation was going through boom and bust, Seminole County faced its own challenges of growth and identity. The students were bright and sparked with a desire to learn, as well as focused on timeless notions of curiosity and spirit. Our first teachers were competent and serious. It was a profession for unmarried women. Married women were discouraged from applying. By the end of 1929, in spite of economic challenges, an outbreak of typhoid and overcrowding, Seminole County had matured into a district of 15 schools.
Gentlemen, we've stopped production on Hollywood Canteen to give me a moment to bring you an urgent wartime message from your government. It's simply this. Our boys on the fighting fronts are worried. They want to know that you'll stay on the job with them until final victory is won. So don't quit your war job. You see, they won't quit when the news is good. They won't quit until they've won. And they want you with them.
The world at war hits home in Seminole County. The schools honor their veterans while students and faculty support the troops. As the war comes to an end, life for Seminole County students goes back to normal, and with that comes more academic opportunities, celebration, sports, and of course, lunch.
The 1960s, a decade of social upheaval and change. It was an era that opened our minds and touched our hearts.
This decade of social change moved Seminole County Public Schools forward with the building of 14 new schools, including Oviedo and Lyman High Schools. State-of-the-art education continues to thrive in our country as the beat of the 60s goes on.
My mother went to Oviedo High School. Her mother went to Oviedo High School. So when I started out, it was first grade through 12th grade all together. Nowadays, it seems like everybody moves all the time. So you don't necessarily know the kids that you start out with. And I think that's, I guess there's goods and bads to both, but I kind of liked the connection of having kids that I started out in kindergarten with and I graduated with. Hail to dear Oviedo High, pledge allegiance true, for love will never die, we'll be true to you.
The reusable spaceship will start its first space journey in 1980, turning science fiction into science fact.
Education takes center stage as the great equalizer as integration becomes the law of the land. Seminole County Public Schools become stronger while expanding its capacity. Of course, who can forget the fashion and the music of the 70s, and the hair?
I graduated Seminole High School in 1981, so I was actually a product of the 70s and early 80s in my schooling. The way I got started in education, my father was a math teacher actually at Jackson Heights Middle School here in Seminole County, and I used to watch him prepare his lessons, and I was very interested in the math education part of it. I was good in math, so I knew I wanted to go on that trek.
It was a decade of such incredible contrasts. The first flowering of freedom in Eastern Europe, and a warning that the planet would not replenish itself indefinitely. A time of such change that most of us were unprepared for it. There's no way to tell whether the Iron Curtain has risen on a lasting age of freedom or whether it will merely be a passing phase. But from this vantage point, the 90s seem full of promise. And having seen what is possible in so many ways during the 80s, we have surely learned that some of the oldest and most unyielding problems can be solved.
Education reform becomes the national headline in the 1980s. Schools gear up for the challenges that students will encounter in the future. The spirit of Seminole County is reflected in its push towards academic excellence while meeting the needs of its diverse population. Personal computers become commonplace as our students lead the way in this dramatic technology shift.
Graduated of Lake Howell High School in 1989. Home of the Silverhawks. I enjoyed going to school. I enjoyed being a student. I enjoyed being an athlete. Enjoyed being involved in pretty much everything that high school has to offer. That's why I truly love the AAA experience that Seminole County offers for our students, and we embody that every day at Lyman as well as all the other schools that I've worked at. Trying to get kids involved in school, it's the key to keep them interested, and definitely at Lake Howell I had a lot of great times, either in class, outside of class, playing sports. Probably the best memories were on the sports fields, and listening to Mr. Gaines announce all of my football games.
And before coming here, I was principal of Crooms Academy of Information Technology. I was given an amazing opportunity. I have to smile even now when I think about it, where we were able to design a curriculum, design a facility, hand select staff, travel all over the United States to research programs that might mirror some of the things that we wanted to do. Would be that no child would be zoned for this school, so that every child would want to come. And so we learned to think of ourselves as purveyors of services. In fact, our students were our clients. And we recognized that in order to compete in a super successful county such as Seminole County is and was at that point, that we had better deliver a quality product.
One of the most amazing things that I've seen in my career as a teacher and administrator is when I came to Seminole High School in 1999 and started overseeing the construction project. But over the course of the next 12 years, I saw a tremendous change. The Seminole High School campus transformed into one of the most beautiful and elegant campuses in all of Central Florida, if not the state of Florida. And that's due to the commitment and dedication that the Seminole County Public Schools personnel gave to Seminole High School.
Just 10 years ago, there was no Google. And 5 years before that, there was no way at all to search the internet.
As the century marker comes to a close, Seminole County Public Schools begins a new era. With over 60 schools, including 11 magnet schools, students now have more choices than ever before. With the advent of e-pathways, customized learning will become the norm. Combination schedules consisting of virtual and face-to-face courses will grow. Evening courses will continue to expand. Career and technical education will continually be reevaluated to ensure that Seminole County Public Schools is aligned to the global workforce. Dual language opportunities will begin in pre-K. Digital resources will expand, and seamless relationships with Seminole State College and UCF will continue to be fostered. SCPS will not sit idle waiting for the world to change. SCPS will lead the change to ensure a productive and contributing adulthood for all of our students in the next decade and the next century. Happy birthday, Seminole County Public Schools.